Good evening and welcome to the Friday's edition of the Regional News. We start with news from Barbados. It is a highly anticipated performance on Sunday. Rihanna is making her official comeback when she takes the stage at the Super Bowl halftime show. According to Forbes, Rihanna's net worth is $1.7 billion. The global superstar is the wealthiest female musician in the world. But she's not only defined by her music. The Barbados native is also an entrepreneur, and what many may not know, she's also a philanthropist. In 2012, Rihanna founded the Clara Lionel Foundation in honor of her grandparents Clara and Lionel. The foundation advocates for social and environmental justice projects throughout the U.S. and the Caribbean. In its first year, the foundation invested $1.75 million to supply the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in Barbados with its first modern radiotherapy equipment. Since then, the foundation has evolved doing work in the Caribbean with schools and health clinics, work that is centered around climate resilience. Investing in the infrastructure of health clinics, shelters, and schools to withstand Category 5 hurricanes. Rihanna is also combating the inequalities faced by communities of color. When it comes to education, scholarship programs have been set up to help support students from Barbados to pursue their higher education. We now turn our attention to Venezuela and Cuba. Cuban and Venezuelan citizens are reportedly losing their life savings to fraudulent asylum travel companies as they try to gain access to the United States. The asylum travel industry have reportedly become rife with fraud since President Joe Biden initiated a parole program that accepts a capped number of migrants from Cuba, Haiti, and Venezuela. The program allows the admission of a maximum of 30,000 individuals from each of the designated countries each year, granting them the right to work in the country for a period of 2 years. However, fake companies are capitalizing on the legal requirement for asylum seekers to have a U.S.-based sponsor and are stealing thousands of dollars from vulnerable individuals by offering fake travel packages online. The companies are offering packages with maps, mobilization plans, and purported sponsors for hefty fees. Many of these packages are even advertised on international websites and social media platforms. U.S. Citizen and Immigration Services claims it is working to alert prospective asylum seekers from overseas about online fraudsters seeking money. Unfortunately, many migrants seeking assistance are not familiar with the U.S. government's websites and resources and fall prey to being contacted by scams directly. We close with an international story from Turkey. A newborn baby and his mother have been rescued from rubble in Turkey, around 100 hours after the first of Monday's deadly earthquakes. The 10-day-old boy named Yagiz was retrieved from the ruined structure in the southern province. Footage showed the child being carefully taken out overnight, a sight described by local media as miraculous. Hopes of finding many more survivors are diminishing amid freezing cold weather 4 days after the disaster. However, search and rescue efforts continue in both Turkey and neighboring Syria, which was struck by quakes as well. Newborn Yagiz was pictured wrapped in a thermal blanket, being carried to an ambulance to receive treatment. His mother was brought out on a stretcher. There were no further updates immediately available over the health of both. More than 21,000 people have died, most of them in Turkey, after Monday morning's initial 7.8 magnitude earthquake and hundreds of aftershock that followed. Thank you for watching. I'm TIANA.